I'm Lynn Stallings, your theater master talent teacher. Theater etiquette can separate the amateurs from the pros. Most blunders in theater etiquette are made simply because actors are not sure what's expected of them. This video will take you from rehearsals to closing night and give you the do's and the don'ts and the whys. First, during rehearsals, come prepared. Learn your lines. Have your script and a pencil to write down blocking. Arrive early enough to warm up and get focused prior to call time. Cover mistakes and stay in character. Listen really closely and follow directions pleasantly. Avoid walking between the director and the stage when the rehearsal is in progress. Technical rehearsals. Tech Week is called Hell Week because the rehearsals are 12 hours a day and tedious. But hang in there while the crew is fine-tuning the cues and the equipment. It's exhausting, so you can help the process by paying attention and staying quiet and being ready and available to jump from scene to scene. The tech crew typically arrives before everyone else and leaves after everyone else. They work crazy hard and they make you look good and sound great. So give them your focus and the respect that they deserve while they're doing their jobs. Costumes. Never change anything about your costume. Don't add or remove anything. Everybody in a production has a specific job, and it's the costume designer's job to put you in something that works for the show. So if you have a suggestion or a problem with a part of your costume, politely take them to the costumer or to the director. Dressing rooms. Keep your dressing rooms neat and clean. This is your second home. Keep it organized and you'll avoid that stress and panic that comes from losing a piece of your costume amid all that mess right before you go on stage. So take care of your things and the costumer will love you. Before the show, once the house is open, stay off the stage and out of the theater, especially in costume. Avoid peeking through the curtains. Don't mingle with the waiting audience. It'll just spoil the surprise. Backstage. Know where to be. When you step off the stage, vanish. Walk quietly backstage. Avoid noise in the dressing room and talking or even whispering off stage. Once in a while, an actor's mic may accidentally get left on backstage, in which case the audience hears everything you say and everything you do. Okay, I've got a great story. We were doing a musical and one actor made his exit and he ran to the bathroom. He didn't realize that his mic was still on, so the audience heard tinkle, 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 flush at full volume. So always assume that there is a mic on somewhere and stay very quiet. Don't hang out in the wings to watch the show. Backstage areas can be tight and the crew and your fellow actors have to get to where they need to be. So it's also a safety issue as sets are being moved on and moved off. Hang out in the dressing room or in the green room instead. Pay attention to the monitors so that you know what's happening. There's no excuse for missing a cue. Never miss an entrance. If you're not going on stage for a while, be respectful of those who are. Stay out of the way of costume changes and don't make noise backstage that prevents other people from hearing their cues. And stay out of the wings. Be aware and be respectful of others and the process. When waiting in the wings for an entrance, watch your sight lines. Make sure that you can't be seen. When walking behind the cyc or the back curtain, walk really slowly, as far away from the curtain as possible, so that it doesn't wiggle and create a distraction on stage. And when entering and exiting, try to avoid bumping into scenery and backdrops. Things break, and all that movement is really distracting for the audience. Stage manager. Pay attention to the stage manager. He or she will be telling you really important things to keep the show running smoothly. When the stage manager gives a call, thank them. For example, they'll say, 10 minutes to places, and you say, thank you, 10. That's so the stage manager knows that you heard the call and you're ready to go. Props. Respect the props, the sets, the costumes, the theatrical equipment, the electronic equipment, and all the belongings of others. Never touch anyone else's prop. Even if you think that it's out of place, they may have moved it there on purpose. So if you think something is out of place, just mention it to the stage manager. They'll take care of it. Always check your own props before the curtain. Things happen. Props get bumped or moved or broken. It's also comforting to know that everything's where you expect it to be before the show begins. Remember, props belong to the theater, not to the actors, so treat them with respect. Return props to their designated place immediately after use. If you'd like to practice with a prop at home, don't. Find an alternative or make arrangements with the director or the stage manager to come in and rehearse at some other time. It's just too great a risk to have props leave the building. And avoid touching anything that's not yours unless you have permission. Equipment. Return the microphones and other equipment to the designated crew member backstage. Do not put them down anywhere else, even for a minute. Script. Unless you're doing improv, stick to the script. The authors and the playwrights wrote the lines that way for a reason. It's the actor's job to bring the playwright's words and the director's vision to life. Food, drinks, and gum. Consume food and drinks in the green room. Nothing should be taken into the theater, backstage, or in the dressing room unless it is bottled water with a top on it. Things spill and they ruin costumes and props and create a trip hazard. You should consult your stage manager for the particular rules of the theater. Never put food, drinks, or any object on a piano, a prop table, or backstage. Director's notes. At the end of a rehearsal, directors typically give notes. Have something easily accessible to write your notes. A paper and pen, an iPad, anything will work. Accept all the notes from the director graciously and say thank you. That's all you need to say. Write down your notes and come back the next day having made the adjustments that were given. The director should never need to give you the same note twice. Never disagree with the director in front of the cast. And if you don't understand the note or you disagree, then discuss it with the director in private. Here is a biggie. Never ever, 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 ever direct your fellow cast members. This offends them and is unprofessional. Notes are given by the director and the stage manager only. If someone does offer you notes, you can say, thank you, but we should take that through the director. Imagine how confusing it would be to get conflicting directions and suggestions from several different people. All changes to the production have to go through the director. Never talk when the director is talking. Do respond and follow directions quickly to help create a professional atmosphere. Of course, no mobile phones, especially in the wings. The show deserves all of your attention. So put the phone away, save the texting and the tweeting for after rehearsal or after the night's show. Be dependable, be on time. Whether it's a rehearsal or production night, don't miss a call time. There's a very good reason that the director made a call for 6 p.m., even if you don't know what that is. And if you're going to be late or miss a rehearsal, let the stage manager and director know as soon as possible so that they have plenty of time to make allowances. Be on time even after breaks so that the rehearsal can resume promptly. Work ethic. Always give your best, whether it's a 1 p.m. matinee with a house full of children or an 8 p.m. curtain in front of the reviewers. The audience paid to come see you. They paid to see you become somebody else. So always give 100%. Leave your personal life challenges outside the theater so that you can focus on the job at hand. And you can always pick up those personal things again after you leave the building. Treat people well. Be respectful of everyone that you work with, the staff, the crew, the directors, the designers, the other actors, and yourself. Avoid gossip, unless you're gossiping about all the great things that people have done. The emotional well-being of the cast and crew are of utmost importance. The show will be much better if you work together as a team. So, your job as an actor is to make everyone look good. Support everyone. If you have any problems or concerns, go to the director to discuss those in private. The closing night party. This is the time to celebrate a collaborative job well done. So focus on the positive. Avoid all the complaints. Thank everybody. So to recap, be the easiest person on the planet to work with. Be prepared, dedicated, dependable, positive, enthusiastic, supportive, self-sufficient, and always give 100% without complaint. If you do these things, You will make everyone's job easier and more pleasant. You'll be a stellar cast member, the director's dream, and they will want to hire you over and over again. Enjoy! See you next time. I'm Lynn Stallings, your Theater Master Talent Teacher.